Another live event. Here we go. We are ready for another mega live event. You guys, that angle, I'm just gonna pick it up. There we go. There we go. That's a little bit better. Hopefully that's better. Okay, you guys, as you can see, I got my pineapple shirt in, my anti-pineapple pizza shirt. Unfortunately, it does, as I was afraid, not work with my green screen. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know why I make so many things with the color green in them. And I don't know why I do that, because it's always, my birthday was yesterday. Oh, happy birthday, Cindy T. I had a large pineapple anchovies. Oh, bless you. I'm so sorry. Oh, just kidding. Oh, you were just kidding. Oh, good. But happy birthday, Cindy. I'm so glad you mentioned that. You guys, I am transparent. That's right, Patrick. Here at the Tulips and Honey Hub, we try to be as transparent as we possibly can, including our t-shirts. So I should have done this in a different color, just at least for my own personal shirts. Unfortunately, the other t-shirt, I was smart enough to actually make it in blue. I ordered a blue t-shirt for this podcast. How many times have I had to have my shirts changed in the middle or last minute right up until an interview because my shirt is disappearing into the background because blue is almost as bad as green. Apparently, I have not learned my lesson. Am I sounding okay, you guys? This seems like I'm kind of a little further away than usual from my microphone. So let me know if you guys are hearing that okay. You probably just heard a whole bunch of noise from me messing with this. Sorry. The screen had to come back because I noticed that I was kind of like going into the microphone a lot. So I put my little screen thingy back on here, and now I don't like the way it looks or the way it feels like I can see it in my peripheral, and it's disconcerting. But anyways, you guys, I think my old Mac has finally died. So I may not see who you guys all are over on Facebook. because I've tried just about everything and it's not turning on. So it's gone. I think it might finally be gone. I don't know what happened to it. It was just hanging out down here by itself and now it's not turning on. But anyways, this is, in case you guys didn't know, this is the Mega Live list. Every Friday on Tulips and Honey, we go live over on Facebook. There's the Facebook group, Facebook page, and then, of course, my own personal Facebook page. We go live on Twitter, Instagram, and here, of course, on YouTube as well. So I'm having one made that says not having pineapple. You've earned this. I love you, Cindy T, but you did earn this.
What's wrong with you people?
I need to have one of them, like a cool happy birthday one for whenever it's one of you guys' birthday. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh, I was just telling you guys that this is a list. It used to be a blog that I would do every Friday with a list of cool recommendations and suggestions and things like that. And it eventually became this live event, which I have, that's what this is now. And that's just where, if you guys send me in questions, if you send me in recommendations, shout outs, things that you have been blessed by, things that you want to address, stuff like that, that we talk it over here on this page, on this YouTube. It's starting out strong, guys. On this live event. That's what we're doing here. That's what this is. This is a live event where we get to chat. So anyways, let's go ahead and dig in then, you guys. I've got a few different cool recommendations. I've got some prayer requests and some really, really cool questions. And so let's see. Let's just go right on ahead with, I wonder who that is on Facebook. I can't see it because my phone, my computer won't let me. I'm sorry for whoever you are. Hi, everybody on Facebook. Hi. I can't see who you are, unfortunately. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened to my computer. It just won't turn on. If your name is Patrick and you're in the comments and you know how to fix computers, you could maybe help me later or figure out what's wrong with it. What did I do to it? I don't know. I don't know what happened to it. I carpet cleaned in my office this morning, but it didn't get anywhere near the computer, so I don't know. But anyways, I can't tell who you guys all are over there. Ooh, watching from Kentucky. Hi, Lori. How are you? I am so glad that you are watching. Welcome to the Mega Live list from Kentucky. Super cool. I'm up here in Bismarck. If you guys did not know, I will be, the whole family, not just me personally, but we'll all be moving here soon. Sim. Does that mean you can fix it? Because if you can fix it, that would be great. If not, at least I have this other computer, which is probably why my husband got me another computer. And we're already on squirrels, so I might as well give you guys the opportunity to see this super cool squirrel that Mark provided for us right here. Squirrel! This is my opportunity to yell squirrel at you guys while you watch, and also to get a quick drink. Where you don't have to watch me take a quick drink. Because nobody wants to see that. Even though I'm using a straw. Anyways, here we go. Now we're going. Oh, Sandy from San Antonio. Hi, Sandy. Okay. Let's totally dig in, you guys, because I have just completed almost right before I went live. Almost like a few minutes. Oh, it was you, Josh, from the Godcast over on Facebook. Thank you for letting me know. I'm so sorry that I can't see you guys' names over there, but it's really weird because, see, I can see Sandy's name. Oh, it's the other direction. There it is. I can see her name, but I can't see names on certain places, and it's just weird. It's weird how that works. But there's also somebody in the comments that was from Twitter, which is also a really cool thing that doesn't tell me the name of people. And Instagram doesn't get the chance to say anything to anybody ever, and that's really weird. And I can't go back through and look and see what somebody may have said on Instagram. It won't let me. But anyways, I was saying right before I went live, I finished a couple of steaks on the grill. So we're going to make this kind of a quicker picker-upper, bounty, sorry. It's late. I'm sorry. Usually go live at 3:30 so that you guys can avoid this kind of nonsense, but I did not get the chance to do that today. So we're just going to keep on rolling. I did just grill some steaks, and so my stomach is telling me that this needs to be a quick live event so that I can go and eat some yummalicious steaks. But let's keep going. Let's roll along here. We've got some really, really cool stuff. Some recommendations. You guys, any of the recommendations listed or talked about in this live event will be listed in the descriptions. So there are lots of links over there in the descriptions. That's for all the stuff that we're going to be talking about today. Well, the first thing that I wanted to mention is, I'm probably going to be a little bit wonky according to the descriptions because my actual notes are not on the same, or not in the same order, but that's okay. You guys are so smart and wonderful that I know you can figure it out because y'all are so great. But anyways, Patrick actually let me know about a podcast called Revived Thoughts. And Revived Thoughts is a podcast where they are reading or having speakers come in and read sermons, like old sermons, and providing context. So I think that is really, really cool. You guys know how much I love church history. And the cool thing that I thought just was so super duper duper awesome and neat is that they're going to have Patrick and Tony from Cave to the Cross come in and read some of those sermons, which is so neat. So I'm really, really excited about that and really excited to hear it. And also, I love that podcast. I think that is such a neat idea. We're so blessed in this generation to have the ability to read their sermons, but also we can listen to other people read them, which is really, really neat. So there you go. That's the first recommendation that I have for you guys. So if you can find Revived Thoughts podcast and subscribe, you will eventually hear Patrick and Tony, not Tatrick and Pony, which was what I almost said, but I fixed it and then had to let you guys know. Not sure if you saw that I mentioned the documentary on Luther. Oh, I did. I saw that in our text message, our group text message, Sandy, but I did not get the chance to link to it. I will find a link after the fact and set it in the descriptions. I'm excited to watch that. I don't know which one you're talking about, but I want to see it because I mean, it's Reformation Month, guys. It is literally Reformation Month right now. How cool is that? I'm so excited. I love Reformation Month. Okay, so let's see. Also, if you haven't subscribed to Cave to the Cross Apologetics since Patrick and Tony, not Tatrick and Pony, Patrick and Tony will be on the Revived Thoughts. Also, subscribe to Cave to the Cross Apologetics. I included a link to both Revived Thoughts and also to the Cave to the Cross Apologetics. Don't forget Justin Peters. Laura and I only do air conditioners and heater computers that crash, literally. I'm telling you what, I am a computer jinx, seriously. But Cindy, you're right, because I think we were talking about Justin Peters. Oh shucks, who was I talking about that with? His Clouds Without Waters. I wanted to have that on the episode that I did last Monday about all of my recommendations and the things that I don't recommend, and I didn't get that on there, but somebody mentioned it in the comments, and now I can't remember who that was. But yes, if you guys are wanting to see something super awesome, Justin Peters, Cloud Without Waters, and also he is putting out some really, really great content on his own YouTube channel. I should have linked to that too, but I forgot. Next recommendation. Okay, this one, the next two come from Shannon. Shannon is an absolutely sweet sister in Christ, and I'm so thankful for her. She is a member of the group, the Facebook group that we have, and also just a sweet sister. So Shannon recommends, and just happened to be the blog of the week. So you guys remember that I was picking a blog each week for the mega list to highlight, and that's just a way of saying, hey, look, this is a really cool blog. You guys should check them out. Here's like something that I read each day. And Michelle Lesley has a blog. Actually, if you just michellelesley.com, you will make your way right to her blog. But I also linked to this particular article, which is entitled Women and False Teachers, Why Men Don't Get It and Why It's Imperative That They Do. And I really, really appreciate Michelle's work on these issues, because there is a legitimate sort of drive for women where you connect with these teachers and preachers, where you feel like they are part of your family almost, because you're listening to them. And it's been like scientifically proven that we are so attached to these guys that we'll defend them as if we are like defending our apparently you were the Justin Peters commenter Monday. Oh, sorry. You guys are talking to each other. I got confused. It's okay. Anyways, we'll defend our favorite speakers, preachers, teachers, whatever it is, as if we're defending like a best friend. So I find that really fascinating, and I really appreciate Michelle Lesley's work on explaining the reasons behind that, because if we can understand why people are so dedicated to their false teachers and understand why they defend them to such a degree, it can help us better equip ourselves to work through the reasons why these false teachers are false teachers and stuff with them. And so that's been really helpful. This is a fantastic article, and Michelle Lesley is just a fantastic blogger. Each day she's blogging wonderful content, so you guys should check out her blog. I linked to it in the descriptions if you guys want to check that out. Next thing, also recommended by Shannon because she's wonderful, and I heard her, is The Holiness of God by R.C. Sproul. This is a fantastic book, you guys. I linked to it in the descriptions, the actual book, but I think there's also a lecture series that I saw, and I think those might go together. So you might want to Google the lecture series as well as the book, The Holiness of God book. So that is a fantastic book. I mentioned, you guys, on the little Dealing with Bob, what's it called? The little thumbnail picture you guys saw. And I mentioned in my posts on Facebook that there's going to be a giveaway. And I know you guys love my Audible book giveaways. I always give an Audible book, at least one away each month, because I have somehow gotten a lot of Audible credits and I don't know how. And so I give them away because I have Kindle Unlimited, and almost all the books that I want to read are already on Kindle Unlimited. So this month, we're going to be giving away a copy of the Audible version of Chronic Love by Brooke Bartz. So recently, really recently, her book came out in Audible form, which is really exciting, especially for poor little dyslexic folks like me. Obviously, I took the time to read her book because it's brilliant and I love it. I am super excited that it's going to be available, or that it is available now on Audible. So we're going to be doing that giveaway. So you guys stay tuned. Tomorrow I will post. But obviously, if you are a member of the group, if you are a Patreon, not subscriber, if you're a Patreon member, they call them members. They just call them patrons, don't they? I made that more complicated than it needed to be. That's okay. If you're a Patreon member, if you're a member of the group, or if you are commenting here on this video, you are getting extra entries into the giveaway. So there's going to be that giveaway with Brooke Bart's book. I'm really excited. Brooke Bart's book. Oh, that's kind of a cool little, what do they call that? Alliteration? I don't know. So let's move on. Speaking of Brooke Bart's, you guys know she has a brand new podcast entitled The Open Hearts Podcast. And that is on the Tulips and Honey Hub channel. So if you guys want to check out her podcast, if you're already subscribed to my podcast, then you can already get her podcast, which is going to be dropping on Wednesdays, not every Wednesday, but on Wednesdays. And this previous Wednesday, she dropped her second ever episode, and it was absolutely fantastic, you guys. I am so thrilled that she addressed this issue. She's talking about Cuties, the Netflix film, and about children trafficking and the familial role in that. Like, actual family members are like the usual ones that precipitate that for children, which is horrific and awful. And so she has addressed this horrible, terrible topic with grace, with biblical sound theology, and also with a tremendous amount of resources, which she has linked underneath her episode. So if you haven't gotten the chance to listen to her episode, I put a link for her YouTube page, because you can listen to it on our podcast or you can listen to it on her YouTube page. So if you haven't subscribed yet to her YouTube page, make sure that you do that. I linked to it in the description so you can check out her recent episode. And if you guys get the chance to share that episode, I think it's really important. It's only a 30-minute quick summation, but within that 30 minutes, she gives us a lot of resources, a lot of information, things that are very important for us to keep in mind. So yeah, if you guys can get a hold of that episode and share it, that would be a tremendous blessing. We need to make sure that all of the parents that we can reach with this are warned about these things. So moving right along, I was so excited to see the interview that David Knight from Exposit the Word did with Conrad Mbewe. I'm just going to keep mixing the words up today because apparently that's just what's going to happen. Conrad Mbewe, which is one of my favorite pastors. Absolutely love. I mean, and it's not just because he's got the cool accent, but he does have the cool accent, okay? And you guys know how much I love cool accents. I do. I love the cool accents. This is a fantastic interview. I'm really excited / a little bit nervous. On Monday, I'll be being interviewed by David Knight. And so you guys know, I've done a lot of interviews. I've interviewed a lot of people. I don't get interviewed myself very often, and that's a lot more scary than interviewing other people. So if you guys could be praying for me, that would be great. I'm just completely honored that anybody would ever want to interview me, and I am super duper loving this Conway Mbewe interview because you don't see a whole lot of his he doesn't do a whole lot of interviews. So this one's fantastic. I did link to it in the descriptions if you guys want to check that out. And okay, so that's all the recommendations that I have for you guys. I've got a couple of sort of announcement-like thingies, and then we have some other cool stuff. No, wait, I have one more. I have one more shout-out. Sorry, I missed a shout-out. Sorry about that. Hold on. I'm going to give you guys a scroll, because if I don't take a drink really quickly, my throat's going to close. Does that happen? I don't even know if that happens. But you guys like to see this super cute squirrel, right? Don't you guys love Mark's super cute squirrel? I do. Okay. So, 2 cool announcements. No, not 2 cool announcements. One shout out. So, Cave to the Cross Apologetics, this upcoming Monday episode is going to be about contending with experts or so-called experts who speak against Christianity, even if they have no good standing to do so. So I'm really excited about this. One of the great things about Cave to the Cross Apologetics is that they're frequently dealing with apologetics. Obviously, that's in their name. They're also going through these books and dealing with apologetics at the same time. So you're learning so much in each one of their episodes, and that's like my favorite thing. If I'm going to listen to something, if I'm going to put my time into something, then I want to learn something as well as I'm going along, because otherwise I feel like it's a waste of time, which I know is weird, but maybe it's not weird. Is that just me? Am I just a weirdo? I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I already know I'm a weirdo, but I mean, do you guys also enjoy just listening to things if you know you're going to learn something? Maybe that's not just me. I don't know. Anyways, let's move on. Now I have 2 sort of announcements, sort of a little bit of announcements. Not this Friday, but next Friday. I won't be live. I'll be posting a pre-recorded video for you guys. So that's not this coming Friday, but next Friday. So I think the 17th, maybe 16th. You guys will not see me on here live, but I will pre-record a little something to put together for you guys and put it in there. So that's one announcement. The second one, I can't actually tell you all about yet, but I'm really excited because I was actually asked to endorse a book, which is weird for me to think that anybody would care about my endorsement. I'm very, very humbled and incredibly surprised by all of the things that happen are very surprising to me. This was one of them, and I'm really excited about this book. I can't wait to let you guys know. Where are you moving to? Oh, Sandy, that's a good question. We are actually going to be going back to Idaho, and so that's exciting. I'm really, really excited about that. I think one of our wonderful, sweet listeners, one of our humblebees named Kristen. If you guys didn't know, Kristen is on, she's on TikTok. She's over there rocking the show on TikTok. And so I love getting to shout out her TikTok. And also she sent me a really cool question. But she is really, really close to... Oh, hi, Sissy. Hi. I'm so glad that you're in the comments. I hope you're having fun up there crayoning and coloring and all that good stuff. But Kristen is really close to where we're going to be heading. So hopefully I can actually meet one of you guys for once. How cool would that be? Idaho is not Michigan. I'm sorry that Idaho is not Michigan. Michigan is a frugal nerdy comedian. A frugal nerdy comedian. Yes. Oh my goodness. A frugal nerdy comedian. I need a shirt that says I'm not weird. I'm a frugal nerdy comedian, and the only people that would understand would be you guys. I love that. Oh my goodness. That is so funny. Okay, let's see here. I forgot where I was. Does that mean it's a squirrel? I think that's a squirrel. Should I give you guys another squirrel? I mean, there's only been 3. It's not very many. And there's a squirrel! I've not been doing enough yelling today. I'm not yelling enough. I'm sorry. Okay, so the thing that I was going to just say is that there's going to be a giveaway of the book that I was asked to endorse. Whenever it comes in, I'll let you guys know. I was really, really honored and humbled by being asked for that, but also the book itself is just fantastic. So I can't wait for you guys to see that and to talk to you about that. So maybe next week, maybe by next Friday, I can show you guys that. Maybe we'll see. I don't know. But okay, those are the two sort of announcements. Oh, one more thing that's really, really important that I wanted to touch base on is that last Friday or the Friday before that, I can't remember. Everything is sort of rolling together in my brain. I talked about Francis Chan because somebody had asked me about the Francis Chan thing, because I frequently say, oh no, so-and-so is going to Francis Chan us. We don't want to be Channed. And so that expression came about because Francis Chan actually went to the Master's Seminary and received good, solid theological study and information, and then has since then slid into false teaching. And so we were talking about that last Friday or the Friday before that, one of those two, and I said something about him in the Myanmar. I think I said the word right last week. I don't know why I can't say it right this time, but Myanmar. Anyways, he went to another country where he was supposedly everybody he touched was healed, and I said something about a person being raised from the dead, but he did not claim himself to be raising anyone from the dead. So I just wanted to make that correction that I misspoke. He did not raise anyone from the dead. That he just was saying everyone he touched was healed. So I just wanted to make that correction really quickly. I had to go back through my notes and figure all that stuff out because I have a wonderful listening audience, and I really, really appreciate whenever you guys let me know that I misspoke, because I don't ever want to make a what's it called? A false thingy-mabob. Wow, my brain's just gone. It's gone. I should never wait this long to do a live event. And the worst part is that I still have to record an episode. You guys, I did so good. I woke up on time this morning, 4:30. I was awake, 4:30 a.m. First time since we got COVID, I was awake on time. So excited that I was going to get everything done. And there was a little wrench thrown in the whatchamacallit, in the wheels, whatever. And so I ended up having to do something else all day long besides recording. So that's also why I was late coming on. I was so excited about actually being able to get everything done that I was supposed to be getting done today, and then something else happened. So, but that's okay, because you guys like it whenever my episodes are ridiculously goofy, right? Right? Yeah, sure. Okay, good. So let's move on then. Hi there. Hi, everybody on Facebook. I'm so sorry that I can't see your names. I usually have my computer up where I can see you guys on my computer, but it's not working, and I don't know why. And Patrick isn't here to fix it, so I don't know. I can't fix it. I have no idea how to fix anything computer-wise. So I'm just going to click buttons again. Yep, still not working. It was working last time I came down here. But a monkey in a wrench. Monkey in the wrench. Monkey wrench. Ha! I like that. Okay, that's fun. I'm sorry. Major squirrel. Okay, last few things. No, we have some prayer requests, and we have some really great questions. One of the prayer requests that I wanted to put in here myself was that I'm sure you guys all heard that the president has had a positive COVID test. For precaution's sake, they have hospitalized him. He was having a fever. Obviously, First Lady Melania also has been having coughs and things to that nature. So I just want to make sure that I mentioned praying for them, praying for the first family, and also for any of the other folks that we know that have COVID. Obviously, this is one of those weird hit and miss viruses where some people have it really, really bad and other people don't have it so bad. Hopefully the president at his age does not get a very severe version of it, because 74 is quite up there in age. So also, just at personal note, at our own hospital here, where my husband is at work right now because he's amazing and he saves lives for a living, there's some little ones with it. So yeah, that's sad and hard for the parents, because they can't be in there with them whenever the little ones have the virus. So if you guys could be praying for that, and also for the president, I appreciate you guys joining with me to pray, regardless of what our political standings are, or how we feel about the president, or how we feel about the upcoming election. We should be concerned about that. So that is the prayer request that I had on here. And pray for his salvation. Josh, you're exactly right. You guys, please pray for his salvation and that of his family. Questions and answers. Q&As. Here we go. We've got 3 of them. You guys ready? 3 of them. And then I'll give you a podcast update. And then I'm going to totally let you guys go. And I'm going to go eat steak, because that's what I do. Steak is delicious. I'm sorry, I'm not a very good Hereford because all the meat up here, all the steak up here in Bismarck is Hereford steak. It's Hereford meat. It comes from Hereford cows. So, I mean, does that make me like, what do they call it? Cannibal? I don't know, but I can't wait to eat it. So let's keep going. Okay, Kristen asks, what are your thoughts on a second baptism? And what she means by a second baptism is like if you are baptized as a child or even as an adult, but you're not actually a genuine Christian, or you didn't, fully understand the gospel at the time, or you're just doing it because your parents asked you to. Do they want to be baptized again? And I thought this was a fantastic question. I was really excited to see her heart in this, because this is one of those things that unfortunately some people get really, really wrong, where they'll say, okay, baptism is the only way where you can be saved. And if you're not baptized, then you're not saved. But the act of baptism, to be baptized, would be an outward evidence of an inward change. So you can't earn your way to heaven, no matter what you do. It doesn't matter how holy that water is, or how clean that water is, or if you were baptized as a Catholic. Yeah, that was actually the thing that I mentioned is, and not only that, but I actually have heard of churches who, if you have been baptized in any other church, irregardless of whether or not that church is teaching the true gospel or not, whenever you become members of their church, you have to be rebaptized. And that's a concern. I would not approve of that. I don't think that is biblical whatsoever, to say, oh, well, you weren't baptized in our water. Since our water is the only right water, you have to be rebaptized. I do believe in believer's baptism. I'm not a Presbyterian, so I do believe that as a new believer, if you were baptized as a kiddo, or if you were baptized as a false convert like I was, that to once again be baptized is okay, right? There's obviously definitely nothing sinful in getting baptized once you're a genuine believer. Do I think that you are sinning if you do not get baptized a second time? This is where I get concerned, because Scripture tells us to be baptized. James White and Doug Wilson had a similar debate on this subject. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah, because Doug Wilson is a Presbyterian. Oh, guys, we should be praying for them too over there in Moscow, Idaho, with a few of them getting not put in prison, arrested because they were out there singing psalms. I'm going to be really close by over there, by where they're at over in Moscow. Will be, I think, a couple hours maybe from them at the most, if that. The portion of Idaho that we're heading to is very Reformed. There's like a lot of Reformed churches over there. Usually we roll into town and there's like no Reformed churches, and nobody even knows what that means. But Idaho actually has a few different options, so we should definitely be praying for that too. And I'm heading over there, which is kind of concerning, but I won't be in Moscow. But that is a concerning situation. Alan from The Polite Leader recently did a great video explaining exactly what was happening in the timeline and everything like that. So that's really, really cool. First one was without my awareness as an infant. Second was after I was saved, believer's baptism. Yeah, Josh, that's definitely where I would stand, is believer's baptism. I struggle with the idea of saying if you do not get baptized a second time, that you are in sin, because I don't see the specifics saying you have to be baptized after you have become a believer. I do see, obviously, that there is a command to be baptized, so we want to make sure that we are baptized. I would encourage anyone who is a believer, if you were not a believer whenever you were baptized the first time, to get baptized a second time, that this is actually now an outward sign of the inward change in you. So I don't know that I would go as far as to say you're in sin if you don't do it, but I would say that this is something that our hearts should desire, that we would say this is something wonderful that we can rejoice together with one another in the church, that we are brothers and sisters in Christ, that God has graciously saved us. And so I would encourage it. I think it's a beautiful, beautiful thing to see, to witness, to get to rejoice with other people, and also just something that is wonderful. Now, if you were already saved and you, because Kristen actually made an excellent point that she sees a lot of fanfare where people are just, they're sort of making a show of it. So if your heart in wanting to be rebaptized is because you want the attention, please don't do that. The glory does not go to us. The glory goes to God alone. So make sure that you're not out there just trying to get glory or attention. So that would be one last little caveat that I wanted to add real quick. I was baptized in the lake. My husband offered the pastor 20 to hold me under longer. Pastor said he'd do it for 5. Cindy, I don't know who your husband or pastor is, but they're hilarious. That is fantastic. Oh, that is fantastic. Wow. That's hilarious. I was baptized as a baby, a Catholic, then baptized as a believer, and I repented of that. Yep. Oh, I can't see the rest of it, and I can't get on my computer to see the rest of it. I'll read that as soon as we're done here. Okay, 2 more questions, and one of them is actually from Sandy, and this is something that we've all been talking about in our group chat. Our group chat is a few of us together, some ladies in a text message thingy, and Sandy was talking to us about tithing. Sandy is a pastor's wife, and as we were all talking about tithing, it occurred to me that Sandy, as a pastor's wife, is the recipient of the blessing of tithing, because the tithe would be to provide for a church, to provide for the pastor and his family. And so I was curious as to like whether or not there was any kind of information about whether a pastor's wife, because Sandy works, is a pastor's wife supposed to tithe to like a different ministry, because if she tithes to her own church, like that's helping them, right? And then I was like, but wait, should she tithe at all, because like it's supposed to be helping them? And in the Old Testament, the priests, their families would come and eat, like their wife and their children got to come eat the burnt offerings and stuff alongside the priest. And obviously we're taking this into a really like legalistic realm, and I'm not saying, oh, hey, this is something that absolutely needs to be like locked down. Where's the commandment? But it was fascinating to me to consider, because it wasn't something that I had ever thought about. So I just wanted to mention that to you guys to see what you all thought about that. Do you have resources that you guys can help us with? Because I Googled it, Sandy researched it, none of us could find anybody addressing these issues. So yeah, I want to know what you guys think. If you have any opinions about that, should a pastor's wife tithe and instead of being the recipient of that blessing? What do you guys think? I want to know. Let me know in the comments. Also, if you have scriptures or resources and cool stuff like that, let me know. Last question, and that last one was kind of like a cheat, because I don't have an answer to that. I'm like, do you guys have an answer to that though? Like, can you help me out? Because I don't know. But last question, I totally have an answer to this one. This one was actually on Facebook, and this one comes from Cindy M. Cindy M might be in the comments. I'm not sure if she is. She's probably over on Facebook, and we might not be able to tell that it's her. Cindy M asks, if a person is asked by the pastor and elders to leave the church because they are boldly sharing a false teacher with the congregation and on Facebook, should we unfriend them, or is it sufficient to unfollow their posts/page? This is a fantastic question. The reason this is a fantastic question is that so we have, like, Matthew 18, right? Matthew 18, we separate from people that are unrepentant and still in sin. Obviously, if this pastor in church, oh, you are here. Hi, Cindy, and I can see your name. That's super exciting. So if you are in a church that is practicing church discipline, that's fantastic. Every church should practice church discipline. It's in the Bible, so it's important. If you're in that church and they have actually gone through the steps, this person is unrepentant and is still in there. The question is, it's a fascinating one to me, because it involves technology, right? So, like, do we completely separate from this person? Do we open room for friendship? Do we leave that line there so that they can, if they repent, come back and talk to us? And I actually agree with a lot of what other people were answering in the comments, that it would be a good idea to unfriend them to if this is a member of your church, right? Like, so if you're a part of this church and this is a person that literally the elders and the pastor has booted out, then that would probably be the best idea. Would it be sinful to not unfriend them as long as you unfollow them? I don't think it would be necessarily sinful. I think you're still making the decision to separate yourself from them. You're not going to be supporting their stuff. But if you unfriend them, they won't see your awesome, like, Charles Spurgeon quotes and stuff, you know? So, like, I can see the reasoning behind not unfriending them, wanting them to see the cool, actual, accurate stuff that you're posting. I can understand that. I think that social media is a weird place. It's a weird place. And so we have to be careful not to make laws with social media where there is no laws, you know, because social media is completely different than actually physically hanging out with somebody. That being said, if this person is posting a lot of heretical stuff, we do need to consider the fact that you following them or friending them is going to be, it's going to be visible. People might say, oh, well, this is okay then because so-and-so is friending with this person. And so if so-and-so is friending with this person's stuff is being endorsed. So we need to be careful with all those different options. I would recommend unfriending somebody like that, but I also understand the other side of the argument. And so I thought that was just a really, really cool question. And I love the heart of that to say, what is the best route to take here for everybody involved, like the heart and wanting to really understand how this is going to impact everything. So I think that's fantastic. Also, I just love to hear that a church is actually practicing church discipline. That is fantastic. A brother in the Lord told me social media can be the wild, wild west. It is the wild west. Absolutely, 100%. It is the wild west. You guys, the last thing that I have for you today is just to tell you about what is coming on Monday. On Monday, I'm going to be talking about law and liberty. So one of the things that I did not know about as a new believer was that there's such a thing as Christian liberty. And so that took me by surprise whenever I saw people cursing and drinking and smoking and saying, hey, I have Christian liberty. I was like, what on earth is Christian liberty? What does that have to do with what you're doing? And so I'm going to be addressing that. I'm going to be talking about legalism and the differences between the actual law and the different types of law in the Old Testament and whether or not like we're supposed to be following certain things and all that good stuff. So there you go. That's what's coming on Monday. I don't have a sneak peek for you because, like I mentioned, I didn't get the chance to record, unfortunately, but I got a lot of work done in the house, so that's good. Anyways, Humblebees, I love you all. I hope that you have a wonderful week. I will see you on Monday and then again next Friday. And yeah, God bless you all. Bye.